Hey there, Joe from Joe's Rust Shop, which isn't always rusty anymore. Anyhow, Matthew from Model Cars Videos YouTube channel, he presented the question about why we build what we build. I don't know if he actually intended for people to make response videos, but I know a couple other guys did, so I think I'm going to join in and say why, if there's an answer to that question at all, Matthew. I guess we build, or at least I build what I build, because I like it or have some interest in it. There's a difference between what I build and what I buy, because I buy a lot more than I'm ever going to build. I'm turning 58 in a couple weeks here, and I don't pump them out like I used to. When I was a kid, I'd pump one out every 2 or 3 days. I couldn't afford to buy them that often, but I got a good collection and I was popping them out all the time. They were okay, but they weren't beautiful, but they were good enough. Then I got to this point where I started super detailing. I wanted to put everyone I ever built in a contest. So the disadvantage when you start doing that is you put so much time into it, and here comes Deuce. He hears me talking. He's got to be part of the plan. Anyhow, you start putting that much effort into every car. Instead of it taking a few days to a few weeks, it starts taking months or so. And though it comes out really awesome with all the super details, you don't pump them out as fast. And then you get overwhelmed when you don't have one project going. You don't have two. You don't have three. Even 4 or 5. You got 10, 15, 20 projects, all in various stages of completion. And then you start thinking, oh, well, this would look better with the parts from this kit, and that part, I bet these wheels would work with that kit, and those decals, and pretty soon you've got a complete mess. And then you get, at least with me, it came to model building, I've been in and out of it over the years. Dumped everything and started over a few times, and really regret that, because otherwise this room I wouldn't be able to move. It would be solid wall-to-wall cars, and they'd probably be out in the dining room solid. But anyhow, like I was saying, you start losing interest, and so I build them now more or less to satisfy me. Not that I'm not probably going to build maybe a couple contest-worthy cars just for the fun of going to a show and entering and seeing if I could bring home any trophies or ribbons or whatever. I brought home a few in the past. Another regret I have is not keeping those. I had them. But anyhow, yeah, a lot of the carts I'm just interested in. Now, I bought this. I've shown this in a video before. The old Monogram Hangman. It's dated 1975, but this is also dated 1996. This was one of those special releases where they reissued the kit as it was. So I bought a 90, and I still paid enough for this. But this is a kit I bought back in 75 or 76 at the local pharmacy. Anybody from the Youngstown, Ohio area would know Curry's Pharmacy on Midlothian. They had a pharmacy and candy corner over here, penny candy and all that. And over here they had some shelves with toys and model cars. And so I probably had a $5 bill on me one Saturday afternoon and went in with my sister and got my mom's prescription and picked up this and one of those Pactra multi-pack of paints. You get like 7 jars and a tube of glue, and probably cost me less than $5. I probably had left over for some candy. I went home, started it, ate lunch, spent the rest of the afternoon, and that was the first model kit I ever actually finished. My biggest regret is that I didn't keep any of them. Any of my models from my youth. Nothing. I have 0. But I wish I would have kept it. I built it out of the box. If they said paint something red, I painted it red. I painted it white. I painted it black. I didn't paint the body or anything, the molded black parts black. If they were black, they stayed black. But whatever they suggested, I did. And I slapped it together one day. And I had it done, probably 10 o'clock that night. I don't know if I destroyed it later on or what I did with it. Probably blew it up with firecrackers or something like all us young kids did. But anyhow, that's why I bought that. Nostalgia, like Kim from Kim's Custom Garage said. A lot of it's nostalgia. It's memories. As you can see, I have quite a few in here. The stash this summer really, see, it goes all the way up there and all the way down there. And behind me on the other side, there's more. Plus, there's some way up there, over there. So yeah, I got plenty to keep me busy. Of course, they're always reissuing or issuing new stuff, and I'm going to buy those because there's a bunch of stuff coming out this week. I'm sure is going to be on the shelf in my local hobby shop, Boardman Hobby in Boardman, Ohio. Tom is a great guy. If you're in the area, stop in there. Prices are great, and selection's great, and he's a great guy. So, but anyhow, yeah, mostly it's just nostalgia and cars I like. Sometimes I'm not even necessarily crazy about the car, but I know it has certain wheels or tires I want. So honestly, some of these are bought for kit bashing. Honestly, it'd be, but some are not. I like to try to build most or all of them. I got to get my butt moving on this, but I'm also doing the die-cast thing and the life thing and all that. But yeah, that's, for me, it's generally what I'm interested in. I like hot rods. I like, muscle cars. I like pickups. I got some semis to do. I got some, after watching Ford versus Ferrari movie, I got a bunch of different versions of the Cobras and the Ford GTs. I got the new GT and I got the GT40 kits. I like to get my butt moving on those. But yeah, that's generally it. Really can't get too much more detail of an answer than that. I build what I like, and I like what I build, so to say. I like a lot of different vehicles. I remember my old boss asked me, "Well, Joe, if you had the money, what real car would you buy? What do you like?" I'm like, there's another tough question. I like something like I like to have a 32 Ford hot rod, or a 30 Ford or something like that. I like to have maybe a later 30s vehicle, like a 39 Ford or 39 Chevy or something like that, 37 Chevy coupe or sedan, hot rod type car. Cars in the 40s I'd like to have, maybe like a 47 Chevy or 47 Ford. Those are always so cool looking. 50s cars, of course, any of the Tri-5s, whether it's I prefer a post car, but I would take a hard top, or I'd even take a four door or a wagon, a regular wagon, but some of the other cars, 58, Chrysler products like Christine, not necessarily a clone, but maybe something like it. Oh, and here comes Mitzi. She's here too. She's sniffing Deuce's butt right now. You can't see her, but she is here. Oh, she left. So did Deuce. Anyhow, 60s cars. I mean, so I really couldn't define it. I really couldn't. Maybe something classic like a 49 Mercury lead sled. Yeah, who knows? A 70s muscle car. There's a lot of stuff I like. I even like some, the JDM stuff, an old Datsun 510 or something. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to get ready to go to bed here pretty soon. Try to get some sleep. Morning comes way too fast, unfortunately. And it looks like this week is going to be a busy one. Today sucked. So, anyhow, that's it, people. I'm going to take off and go hit Dreamland. So, yeah, that's pretty much my answer to that question, Matthew. If you watch this or if anybody else does, I build what I like because I like them. That's bottom line, and I'm sure a lot of the other guys would agree on that. If you like it, if it's eye candy, if it brings back memories or whatever of your youth, of somebody you knew, then it's cool. So, anyhow, talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye.